So recently I was in Japan and I was looking for, of course, a film camera. Japan is the home of the film camera. There's a million videos on YouTube of people buying film cameras in Japan. This might be one of them. I'm trying not to go down that road. I was looking for another 645 system. I love the Fuji 645, which I've talked about on this channel, but the rangefinder parallax kind of messes with your framing the closer you get to the camera, which is true of all rangefinder cameras. So you sort of have to start second guessing where the subject is the closer you get to the lens. So I think I was looking for a 645 SLR and I landed on the Mamiya 645. I think I went to pretty much every film camera shop in Osaka and Tokyo and a little bit in Kyoto looking for a Mamiya 645. And as you do, even if you see one, you need to check every other single film camera shop in the area just to make sure it's the right one. The Mamiya 645 is a modular camera, so you can change the lens, change the film back, change the viewfinder. I picked up one lens, I got the 55mm. The 80mm was very hard to find. A couple of shop owners said to me that the 80, you'll never find it in Japan in a shop, which proved to be correct. I think I went to like 20 odd film camera shops looking for the 80mm for the Mamiya. Couldn't find it anywhere. Got one off eBay in the UK, no problem, ironically. Colour film being wildly expensive, and it's no cheaper in Japan, trust me. I picked up a roll of Ilford 3200 just to make sure the camera worked and so I could shoot some film. Just a word of note, when you're buying film cameras in Japan, the particular shop I went to, I had to sign a waiver or a disclaimer that if the camera broke in the next 10 minutes, I wouldn't get a refund. I don't know if that's common of all film cameras, because obviously I only bought in one shop. Some of them do seem pretty fair. In Lemon camera, I saw a guy getting a refund because the camera didn't work, because he'd only bought it a few days ago and got the film developed and there was a big problem. So I think it can be pretty fair, but I mean, as with all film cameras, you're off into the unknown. I picked mine up for £300-ish, which is slightly more in euros or dollars, for the body, with a film back and a viewfinder. So, and the lens on top maybe 200. So you're talking 500 all in at this point, December 2024, for the system, which isn't too bad for medium format, and you get 15 shots to a roll on 645. So Japan obviously is film camera mecca. There's every camera pretty much ever made there in one shop or another. I'm fairly sure you can find pretty much anything you want. For medium format, I'll be honest, I found that the selection was slightly less than 35mm. There are millions of 35mm cameras of all conditions, junk to mint condition. I went there thinking I'm going to buy the Pentax 645. I maybe only saw 5 or 6 of them in the whole country, in the shops that I went to, and I went to like 30 film camera shops. The same for the Mamiya 645, I probably saw less. I probably saw 4 or 5. There's a lot of RB67s or RZ67s, but I didn't want to get there huge. When you actually see one in the flesh with the lens, they're a massive chunky beast. The beauty of the Mamiya 645 is that, you know, you can fit it in your bag, it's very transportable. There's a hell of a lot of Rolleicords, Rolleiflex, Hasselblads. But if you're going there for medium format, I think the selection is slightly less than 35mm. Just keep that in mind, you're not going to have hundreds to choose from. I promised myself that I wasn't just going to buy a camera just because I was in Japan. I needed to buy the right thing at the right price. But just for pure enjoyment and window shopping, it's amazing the amount of variety there is. And you can spend hours and hours in shops. Certain shops are wall to wall with all sorts of cameras, old and new. And I went into pretty much as many film camera shops as I could find. It was absolute heaven. I had a great time.